Finishing off with a good old hot dog burn in. That's actually not that bad. What's up everybody? Jay here with Jay's Backyard Cooking. And we are back with part 3 to close out the series of budget burn-ins, poor man burn-ins, however you want to call it. So today's meat of choice is actually going to be some Members Choice hot dogs. These are the 1/4 pound beef franks. They come in 2 separate packages here. And I'm just going to use one because, again, not sure how they're going to come out. So I really don't want to waste a whole package of hot dogs that we could eat later as hot dogs. And as with the Spam from the last video, I am going to use a binder on these, but I never re-upped on the mustard. So this time, the binder of choice is going to be Texas Pete's. I think it's going to be complement the taste pretty good. We'll see. And then as far as the rub goes, again, the Meat Church Honey Hog Barbecue Rub. That's what we're going with. Let's get it started. Really, the first part of this is going to be pretty simple because all we're going to do is score these hot dogs to kind of get them to open up. Kind of basically what I did with the Spam last week. If you watched that video, if you didn't watch it, go back and check it out. I think it's pretty good. The Spam burn-ins turned out surprisingly quite decent. So with these, I'm gonna leave them whole. And like I said, I'm just gonna score them just kind of like that, probably about halfway down. I'm not gonna get too fancy with it. Score it just like that. And then same thing on the other side. Just try to get them to open up as they heat up, to get some of that smoke flavor in there. Again, not too fancy, should be pretty quick meal. 100% experimental, just like it was with the Spam. Should also make for a very quick video because it's basically redoing everything that I've done the past 2 weeks with the chuck roast 2 weeks ago, and then with the Spam last week. And the only thing I can tell you on this is just be careful not to cut all the way through, because then you'll end up with some half hot dogs and 1/4 hot dogs. Again, just about halfway down is what I'm looking for, kind of at an angle, just because maybe make them look pretty, hell, I don't know. And then we're gonna put them on the smoker again at the same temperature for 225. Probably gonna let them go for about an hour or so. Pull them out, chop them into chunks. Barbecue sauce them. A little bit of honey again. And then right back on the smoker to let it all tack up. This time I'm not going to go through the whole setup of the Phoenix. I'm using the Phoenix again to kind of get a consistent read on the different cuts. Once we got that simple process down, I'm just going to go on with the hot sauce, rub it all around. Not gonna use much. Again, we're just using this as a binder, just to make sure that that seasoning sticks to it pretty good. It's not gonna take much at all, because the hot dog already have that kind of juice already in there. So just a real light dusting. Hot dogs are typically pretty salty, so I don't wanna go too heavy on the seasoning. Just enough to give it that little bit of flavor and that little bit of texture from the seasoning being stuck to the hot dog. So not very much, to your liking. I say it all the time, you do you. I'm gonna get these put on the smoker. We'll be right back. All right, I got those on. What I did was just put all the hot dogs on this side. I put the empty pan on this side, just like I did with the chuck roast burn-ins, if you saw that video. And smoke is billowing. An hour from now, we'll check them. Look at that color there. That is some healthy smoke coloring right there. And just as I suspected, as soon as I opened up the lid, 2 or 3 of them dove right into the grill all the way to the bottom. So I have no idea what their attraction is to smoke, but apparently they love it. With these, now we're just gonna get them cut down into about 1-inch chunks, just like we did with the Spam and the chuck roast. It's gonna do it all right here in the pan. If you're new to the channel, you'll quickly find out that I don't do dishes to my wife's standards, so I try my best to avoid making dishes. I buy throwaway cutting boards. I use foil paper on the cabinets here on the counter here to try to avoid as much mess as possible, even though I still make a mess, but I try. I try. So 1-inch chunks, and there is a love bug crawling up my leg, followed me indoors. Gonna do the 1-inch chunks there, 1-inch chunks there. I had almost forgot about the butter, but we got, I don't know, like a 4-inch stick of unsalted butter. If you want to go fancy and use the Kerrygold, you do you. I'm using whatever's cheap, hence budget burn-ins, poor man's burn-ins. We're just gonna dice up this whole 4-inch log of butter here. According to the measurements, it says it's 8 tablespoons. And then one more time, just to finish off this Cosmos Cherry Habanero barbecue sauce. Just gonna pour some all in there. Let's get a good, whoop. Good thing it's over already because I just, the whole lid came off and fell in there. In case you didn't see that over there, eating dinner.
I did not. I don't have ice in the back of my head.
It was quite hilarious. Whenever you see the video on Sunday, you'll be able to see it because I'll leave it in the video.
And I'm sure I'll laugh about it. But right now, God did not put ice in the back of my head for me to see that.
Motherfucker.
You were not recording.
I was not. The microphone wasn't on.
Wow.
In true JBC style, just realized the microphone wasn't on. Good thing is that I have another camera up here that doesn't require a microphone, but I'm going to have to turn the volume up. So if you've seen the 2 skits that I put out, it talks about, those 2 skits talk about how my editing and filming skills and all of that is not quite up to par. So back to the burn ends. We got the barbecue sauce in. We got the honey in. We got some cubes of butter in. We're gonna get this all mixed up. Get it put back in the pit boss. About 30 minutes or so, just enough for this to tack up. And then we're gonna have ourselves some hot dog burn ends. And yeah, I was not recording. At all. That sounded like it just turned off. Hello? Yeah, it keeps turning off. Why?
Is it not charged?
Damn it. It won't even do the playback. Oh man, of course, in true JBC style, video problems. I'm not sure how much recorded, but I do know that at some point I wasn't recording and didn't realize it. So hopefully the aerial view that you got will be enough to fulfill the channel. But again, in true JBC style, issues upon issues upon issues. I'm probably headed to Best Buy to buy another camera in a little bit. Let's run out and grab the hot dog burn ends real quick. We'll bring them back in. I'm not taking you with me again because love bugs have covered my wall, and it's gonna be a dash in and a dash out to try to keep them out of the house. All right, you still recording? Yeah, you are. Here we go, look. There we go. Hot dog burn ends. All right, got me a little plastic fork here, little plasticware going on. We'll get one of these, roll it around a little bit, get some of that barbecue sauce on there. So this is it. The finale for the 3-part series of the poor man burn ends, budget burn ends, however you want to call it. Finishing off with a good old hot dog burn end. That's actually not that bad. But I prefer my hot dog on a bun with some sauerkraut, with some mustard. But this is definitely very edible. I think it would be a hit at the tailgate party, finger food party, you should give it a shot. And no matter where you serve it up, it should be a hit. Well, if you like what you saw here, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment. Anything helps. We'll see you next time. You know, over the past 3 videos, we tried to take something classic, burn-ins, and make it a little more, well, budget friendly. We started with chuck roast, which honestly was the best of the 3. Then we gave Spam a shot. Surprisingly, it was pretty good. Maybe even better than expected. And then we tried hot dogs. Now look, I wanted to believe in those hot dogs. I really did. But sometimes in life, just because you can do something, doesn't really mean you should. Those burn-in hot dogs, not a winner. I'd much rather throw them on a bun and call it a day. But here's the lesson. Not every shortcut leads to something better. Sometimes a cheap alternative actually teaches you what's actually worth it. The chuck roast might cost a little more, but it gave the best result. The Spam, a solid surprise. And those hot dogs, well, they reminded me that some things are better left alone. So whether you're cooking in the backyard, chasing a dream, or just trying something new, experiment. Take your shot, but don't be afraid to admit when something just ain't it. So until next time, keep the grills hot and the seasoning simple.